Being a football player is a never-ending learning experience. Just when you think you know the game is changing right in front of you. But being a midfielder is all about controlling the football match. That's why in this video we're going to analyze and explain the midfield role from multiple aspects. From learning the essential skills, helpful exercises and looking at video examples from the most decorated players ever. Stay tuned and hopefully by the end of this video, you'll learn something new, or at least confirm the knowledge you already have. Playing as a midfielder gives you a lot of responsibilities on the football pitch. Your teammates have to be comfortable to pass you the ball in any situation, and they have to trust you as a decision maker. There's a lot of different positions and roles in the midfield, but the skills required to become a great midfielder are pretty much the same for every midfield role available. You have to be an all-arounder, especially in today's football where it is expected even from defensive midfielders to have phenomenal technique. Here are some of the different types of midfielders. Defensive midfielder, ball-winning midfielder, deep-lying playmaker, central midfielder, regista, box-to-box midfielder, advanced playmaker. This is a page for our digital ebook, where it's explained the perfect characteristics needed for each position. In this case, let's look at the roles of a central and defensive midfielders. The defensive midfielder needs to be a smart, complete player, with quick timing, anticipation and reacting when it's time to disrupt the other team's attack. The central midfielder is technically the most skilled player in the team, relaxed and confident with the ball on his feet. Has great vision and is unselfish. We will explain more about this topic in other video where we will explain the specifics of these different types of midfield roles. The most important skills needed for a midfielder are technique, football fundamentals, ball control, passing, stamina, endurance and vision. To upgrade your abilities you must add exercises and drills in your workout program that include non-stop passing and receiving the ball. You must be glued to the ball all the time and learn how to dribble with your head up, so you can look at what's going on around you. Although adding some advanced and complicated exercises can help you, you can't ignore the basic and sometimes boring and maybe even easy to do exercises. Remember, repetition is key. Let's look at some of the greatest midfielders of all time, and their performances on the pitch.
Pirlo cerca Quagliarella, prova l'aggancio e non lo trova, gli sradica il pallone Marchisio, prova a ripartire Pirlo, il suggerimento è per Vidal. Adesso è una battaglia, interviene Vidal, prova ad arrivare De Jong, Pirlo, per Pirlo. Arrivare anche a sostegno Nocerino, la Juventus di forza con Vidal che porta via.
Esultanza di Conte che non si vedeva da tantissimo tempo evidentemente. È esplosa anche tutta la rabbia accumulata in questi giorni, comunque insomma la sentiva questa partita e adesso ovviamente dopo il gol del 3-1.
This is Roy's performance against Netherlands. It's the first minute of the match and Roy Keane wasted no time as he immediately makes an impact. With this early tackle he sets the tone and makes it crystal clear to the opponents that they're in for a fight.
La sua panchina. Pirlo Cerca l'apertura per Serginho che ha un po' di campo. Sta. Pirlo.
ينتظر الساعة ليرجع إلى صولاته وجولاته. الأهداف تريد الرابع أندريا بيرلو وكرة تستعيد الأهداف تريد الرابع.
انتهى بهدف في كل شبكة. روبينيو سجل لميلان وباتسيني تمكن من التعديل للسامدوريا. سامدوريا لعب التتويج بالدوري موسم 9.
Scanning. Scanning the pitch is one of the most important things that a midfielder does, and does it noticeably more than the other players. But it's important to know that in order to develop that particular skill, you still need to perfect the basics, you still need to know how to receive and pass the ball. So when you combine your vision with your technical skills, you'll become a reliable and efficient decision maker, and you'll be a step further compared to the opposition players who are trying to take possession. The reality of being a midfielder is that you can't rely on just one attribute and have one responsibility. That happens only if you're attacking midfielder or number 10, otherwise you'll have multiple duties on the pitch, and even you're a playmaker, you can't be a liability on defense. Decision making. Although football fans don't like the alibi football, which is the constant passing back and forth, especially nowadays. Sometimes you have to know when to send the ball into a safe place. Knowing when to play it safe and when to take risks is very important. That comes with studying the game and also with experience. Best midfielders for decision making: Toni Kroos, Paul Scholes, Sergio Busquets. Defending. Wing players know how and where to defend. On the central part of the pitch, sometimes there's a possibility where the midfielder needs to leave his position and help out. Best midfielders for defending: Gennaro Gattuso, Roy Keane, Makelele, Conte. Creativity. This depends on the coach and the team's tactics. But, basically it's all on the individual, and creativity is a part of football that can't be practiced. It's about the thought and the execution. Best midfielders for creativity: Andrea Pirlo, Xavi, Iniesta, Luka Modric. These are some of the most important exercises. As you can see, these exercises are not that complicated, but that doesn't mean that they can't be challenging. The more you practice, the more you will increase the speed and intensity of the exercises, and that will make you a better player. So basically, wall passing, first touch receiving, cone dribbling and juggling are the basic exercises you can practice on your own in order to improve. If you like this video and find it helpful, consider subscribing to this channel. Soon we will upload more educational videos about football, especially about the midfield role.